Welcome to the NFL Sunday Picks and Plays edition. My name is Abby. This is for Sunday, September 14th. We have a slate of games to go through in the NFL. Again, odds courtesy of frontendcovers.com, line moves, totals, injury report. Then on the back end, we have oddslogic.com. This is more of an extensive overview and look at the line moves, totals, and the injury report. Again, it's a great tool to use. Take advantage of that tool. Again, it's at your fingertips. Use it at your disposal. Again, so you can get ahead of the game. It's a game changer. Again, everything will be in the description below. It covers, of course, all professional sports leagues, oddslogic.com. So take full advantage of this, and we'll get underway with the games. The slate of games that we're going to go over with you. So the first one we're looking at here is the Rams at Tennessee, the LA Rams at the Tennessee Titans. LA Rams are on the road in Tennessee. So this one opened up 5.5, total 41.5. It's still at 5, but we're starting to see one or two sixes come up, but still at 5.5. Total still at 1. It's 41. It's come down to 41 now, although we see one book at 42, but for the most part, it's at 41. That's where it stands now, from 41.5. So we're going to look at the injury report for this game. Take an in-depth look at this just to see what's going on. We'll take a look at that now. And while we're waiting for the injury report, don't forget, guys, hit the like and subscribe button for more of these free picks and plays for the NFL and analysis for the NFL. Hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Don't forget. So we'll take a look at this now. Let's see what we have here. Get the latest update. Let's see. So the Rams in Tennessee. Nothing to report so far. Still looking. Okay, so Tennessee, we have some news on the Tennessee game. So we have Tavondre Sweat. I should say Tavondre Sweat, nose tackle, knee injury, out Sunday versus the Rams. C.J. Latham, tackle, ruled out Sunday versus the Rams so far. Let's see here. Still looking into this to see what else we have. For the Rams, Kevin Dotson, offensive lineman, is upgraded to playing today at Tennessee. So he's upgraded. He had an ankle injury, but he's updated now. Colby Parkinson, tight end had a shoulder issue, will not play Sunday for the Rams. Esteban Avila, offensive lineman, ankle, not playing Sunday versus the Rams. So that's the Rams side. We'll look at the Tennessee side one more time. Take a quick look at that. We mentioned some of the injuries already for Tennessee, but we're looking to see if there's anything else that's coming up. And while we're waiting, just hit the like and subscribe button, guys. And not seeing anything there. We don't see anything there. That's the latest on the injury report, so not seeing anything there at all. So we're going to get to where the public and sharps are for this game. And I have a client play for this game. I will give that out to you guys. You'll get that here. I have a client play for this game. So we'll tell you where the public and sharps are for this game. Let's see. And while we're waiting, don't forget, guys, again, hit the like and subscribe button for more of the plays, free plays and picks. All right, so the public right now, they're on the Rams. They're on the Rams right now. That's the public play. So it's all Ram money coming in. A bit of Tennessee money, but it's predominantly Ram money. And they are on the under. This is under. They got the under in this game. So my free play for this game, I like the Rams. I like the Rams here to cover the 5.5. If Tennessee couldn't hang with Denver and beat Denver in Denver week 1 with what Denver has offensively and defensively, I can't see them turning around and covering as a live dog the Rams at 5.5. I just don't see that. I can't see that. I like the Rams with Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. Hope I pronounced that right. And they got the running back for the Rams. I don't recall his name, but they got a running back there. Who's a capable running back. Let me see. Let me look at him here at the fantasy. I'll check the player props. I can see who he is. Let me get to that. But the public's on the under, and they're mainly Ram money coming in. I will check the let me see the player prop here. Kyron Williams, that's who it is. Kyron Williams. He's the running back there for the Rams. And speaking of which, I would take him over for a player prop over 75.5 rushing yards. This is a very good prop. I think he can he'll have his way with the Tennessee run defense. He should do well. I would take that. That's one prop I would take. Of course, another prop you're going to take is, let's see. We're going to look at Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua. Over 6.5 receptions. I would take that. That's another good one. On the Tennessee side, nothing there. I don't see anything there on there that I like. Rushing attempts, you'd think Tennessee's going to feed the ball a lot to manage the game. So I would take Tony Pollard rushing attempts over 17.5. So you think Tennessee's going to? I think Tennessee will be try to run the ball a lot, just to basically keep the game manageable, and just to win the time of possession. So that's why I like Tony Pollard rushing attempts, because I feel they're going to be running the ball a lot. So I would look at that. That's one play I would look at. That's all for Tennessee. I don't see anything here that's grabbing my attention for anything on Tennessee. We give you Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams. You mentioned that already for rushing. I don't see anything else here. Let me see the passing quarterbacks. I'm going to go with Cam Ward under 196 yards of passing. It looks like he didn't do too much in the first game against Denver. He didn't do much. That's why they lost. He didn't do too much. Let me look at something here. Let me take a look. I'm just checking something here. Yeah, he didn't do much at all. If you look at the first week of the season, when they played Denver, he didn't really do much. He only passed for 112 yards, 12 of 28. That was completions, and he attempted 28 passes, completed 12 for 112 yards. No TDs, no interceptions. So I like the under here. I don't think he passes 196 yards passing. I don't think he's going to pass that. So I'm going to take the under. I like the under Cam Ward, under 196 yards passing. So I like that prop. Those are the props that stand out for me. I like those. I like that prop there. So that's it for that. That's it for the first game. So I'll give you a few picks there. So now we're gonna go to game number 2. We're looking at Buffalo and the Jets. We'll get to that now. Buffalo and the Jets. See if I can find that here. Hold on. No, it should be here. Buffalo and the Jets. Let's see if we can get it. Buffalo and the Jets. Let's see. It should be here. Maybe I have to get that. So Buffalo and the Jets, we're going to look at that now. This one opened up at -6. That's -6 Buffalo. Total opened up at 47.5. So we see here, it is now, the total hasn't really moved much. It's still at 47.5. Yeah, the total hasn't really moved that much. So yeah, it hasn't moved, but the spread is still mainly at 6. It hasn't really moved. We're seeing some 5.5s. Some 5.5s are there, but we're seeing it's mainly 6 across the board. It's mainly 6 across the board right now. That's where we stand on that game. We're gonna get to the injury report for this one. We'll check that out. So let's get to the injury report just to see what's happening in this one. So Buffalo and the Jets, we'll look into that now. And don't forget, guys, again, hit the like and subscribe button for more of the picks and plays. So we have Jay Tufeli, defensive lineman, is sick. He's out Sunday versus Buffalo. He'll not be playing. That's what we have so far. I'm not seeing anything else. Oh, we have something here. We have Josh Reynolds. He's out Sunday versus Buffalo for the Jets. He is out with a hamstring injury. Nothing else. Let me see. Nothing else here. Let's see if I see anything here. And nothing coming up here. Oh, we see something here. Ed Oliver, defensive tackle, out Sunday versus the Jets with the ankle injury. Those are the main ones. I'm not seeing anything else. Yeah, that's it for that game. No, I'm not seeing anything else. That's it. That's all for the injuries that I'm seeing so far. So now we're going to look where the public and sharps are for this game. That's for the Buffalo and the New York Jets. We'll look at that now. Let's see what the public and sharps are. Let's take a look at that. And while we're waiting, just hit the like and subscribe button, guys, for the picks and plays for the NFL. Just bear with me for a moment. as we wait for these plays. And while we're waiting, what we're going to do, we'll look into some player props for the time being while we're waiting for some of these games. We'll got to look ahead at the player props for Buffalo and the Jets. So one player prop we're going to look at here. I'm going to look at Justin Fields. I'm going to take Justin Fields under 187.5. I don't think he's going to pass for. I know Buffalo's defense was pretty bad last week against Baltimore. It wasn't that great, but I think that the Bills defense is going to come to play. They come to play today in this game, and I think they keep Justin Fields under 187 yards passing. I don't see him passing that. Let's see. Let's look at something here. Now, keep in mind, when he played Pittsburgh, he had 218 yards of passing, so he did pretty well against Pittsburgh. But keep in mind, Pittsburgh's defense, it's like right now, it's like a average to below average defense after the first week. It's not really a top tier defense, let's put it that way. So Justin Fields was able to have his way. But against Buffalo, there's a reason why the passing yards is this low. There's a reason why it's this low at 187.5. So to me, it tells me that the Bills defense is going to come to play today and perform better than they did last week and keep Justin Fields under the 187 yards of passing. So I like that one a lot. I would take that. And receiving, let me see here. I'm going to go with Khalil Shakur. I'm going to take Khalil Shakur over 4.5 receptions. I know last week he didn't have an all-around good game, in my opinion. I think he bounces back here this week against the Jets. I like him at over 4.5 receiving yards. I'm sorry, over 4.5 receptions. I like Khalil Shakur for the Bills. I like that one. I'm going to take as well. I like Dalton Kincaid. He's a good tight end for the Bills. I like him over 31.5 receiving yards. I think he's due for a big game, so I like him there. That's what stands out to me in this game. Rushing yards, I'm going to go with I'm going to take James Cook over 57.5 rushing yards. I'm going to take that. And I'm going to go with Josh Allen rushing attempts over 6.5 rushing attempts. He's always looking to make a move out of the pocket each and every time. He doesn't hesitate on doing that. So I like Josh Allen over 6.5 rushing attempts. I like that one. That's it for that. Those are the props that stand out for me at this time. Another good prop here is Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman over 43.5 receiving yards. I like Keon Coleman. That's another good one. I look for him to have a big game here today. Now for the public and sharp play for this game. The public's all over Buffalo. Let's see. Actually, sorry, it's split. This game is split. We're seeing a bit of resistance on the side, so it's 50-50. This one's split. Public play, however, on the total is mainly the over. So it's pure over money in this game. The side, there's a split on the sides. So it's kind of even on the side. So a bit of resistance there. So for the third game we're looking at now, we're looking at Cleveland and Baltimore. So we'll get to that now. Cleveland at Baltimore. It's Baltimore Ravens. So we'll get to that now. Cleveland, Baltimore. I gotta change it. I gotta change something here. So Cleveland, Baltimore. So this one here opened up. Let's see here. Open up at -12. Open up at 45 and at 45, excuse me. And now it did come down to 44.5. Then it bounced back to 45. So we're at 45 right now. That's where we currently stand. And we're standing at 12. So not a lot of movement. It went from 12, 11.5 back to 12. But we're starting to see a little bit more. It's mainly 12. We'll say 12. The consensus is 12. There was 11.5, but now it's predominantly 12 right now. That's what we're seeing. So we are going to look at the injury report for this game. We'll take a look at that now. Let's get to that. So this is Cleveland and Baltimore. This is a division rivalry game. So we'll check that now. Cleveland, Baltimore. So Quishon Judkins, conditioning, will be playing. He's a running back. He will be playing today versus Baltimore. Quishon Judkins. See what else we have here. Baltimore and Cleveland. Let's see. Baltimore, Cleveland. Baltimore, Cleveland. So far, not seeing anything else. Okay, we have something here. Michael Hall Jr., defensive tackle, has a knee injury. He is out for this game for the Cleveland Browns. Patrick Ricard, fullback, has a calf injury out Sunday versus Cleveland. Isaiah Likely, tight end foot injury, is out Sunday versus Cleveland. Let's see what else is coming up here. I'm not seeing it. So Trevarius Ward, concussion, out Sunday versus Denver. Actually, let me see something. That's the wrong game. Sorry about that, guys. It's the wrong one. The wrong one. I'm not seeing anything else. I think that's it. Those are the main ones. That's it. So we're gonna look at the public and sharps for this game, where the public and sharps are for the total on the side. We'll take a look at that now. Regarding the Buffalo game, guys, I don't have a pick on that game. That's why I didn't mention it. So I have no pick for that game at all. I just like the props that I mentioned to you guys in the Buffalo Jets game. That's what I like, but nothing on the side in the total for that game at all. I'm not touching that. Cleveland, Baltimore. So Baltimore's off a loss. So as expected, the public's all over Baltimore. No action on the total, but it's all Baltimore money so far. No surprise. Yeah, all Baltimore money. And we'll get to the player props now. We're going to get to that right now. That's Cleveland, Baltimore. Let's see. Yeah, so it's Baltimore money and the over. So everybody's on the over in that game. Over in Baltimore money. So we'll look into that, and we'll look into the props in this game. Let's see. We'll see what props stand out to me. The ones I like, that I would recommend as well. I like Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers over 4.5 receiving yards. I'm sorry, 4.5 receptions. I keep saying receiving yards. Zay Flowers over 4.5 receptions. I like that one there. That's one prop I would recommend. Another prop is DeAndre Hopkins. I like him over 1.5 receptions. I like that one. Those are the ones that stand out to me. I like Mark Andrews over 3.5 receptions. That's a good one. Let's look at the rushing yet props. Of course, Lamar Jackson over 46.5 rushing yards. He's going to be a factor again. I know everybody's going to be on the Derrick Henry one over 95.5 rushing yards. I wouldn't talk you off of that, but it's not one of my plays I'm going to go with. I'm going to take the Lamar Jackson one. And I'm going to take the Derrick Henry rushing attempts. Rushing attempts, I'll take that. I like rushing attempts over 20.5 rushing attempts, Derrick Henry. That's the one I like more. I like that one more. I like that. Those are the ones that stand out for me. Those are my top props that stand out for me. For the game itself, let me take a look. I don't have a client play on this game, but I would recommend Baltimore in the first half. That's the recommended play. Baltimore is 6.5 in the first half. I would take them in the first half because Baltimore, they knew they blew a winnable game in Buffalo last week. So I believe they're going to come out razor sharp focused from the start of this game. Again, this is a get right spot for Baltimore. First home game of the season for Baltimore. So look for them to put on a show and get off to a good start by the first half, by the end of the first half. So give me Baltimore minus 6.5. I'm actually going to make this a client play. I'm going to take Baltimore first half minus 6.5. I'm going to make this a client play. So I'm actually going to add this. So we're going to take Baltimore 6.5 first half. That's where I'm going to go with that. All right, so you guys got another client play out of me. So we're going to do that. And we're gonna leave that now that we've covered that game, and we're gonna look at the San Fran Saints game. San Fran, New Orleans. Let's look at that one. San Fran, New Orleans. Take a look at that. This one opened up at -7. I think because let me see something here. Let's brace me for a moment, yes. I apologize. So it was -7. The line has dropped to -3. Currently across the board, it's -3. Total was 40. Total was 44 and a half. It's now dropped to 40 and a half. So there was a significant injury in this game. We're going to check that now. We will look at that right now. Let's see. See why it drops this, because that's a big drop. That's a drastic drop. It's a big drop. Let's take a look at that now. And don't forget, while we're waiting for the injury report, guys, hit the like and subscribe button for more of these picks and plays. As we wait for the injury report here. So, right off the bat, we have Juwan Jennings. He is upgraded to being available for today's game against the Saints with a shoulder injury, but he's going to be playing today. That's what stands out here. And we see why the line dropped. No Brock Purdy. He's out of the lineup for San Francisco. So that's why that the line dropped and the total dropped significantly. So we'll see how San Fran does today against the Saints. With Mac Jones is going to be the quarterback for San Francisco. So we're going to see how they play here. So we're going to look at more of see if there's any more injuries for this game. We will take a look at that, and then we'll get into the player props to see what's going on there. Let's take a look. So if I'm not seeing anything here for injuries, Trent Williams is questionable to play Sunday against the Saints with a calf injury. That's been pretty quiet so far. We have Talisi Fuaga, right tackle, ankle, questionable to play Sunday versus San Francisco. Julian Blackmon for the Saints, knee injury, out Sunday versus San Francisco. So Talisi Fuaga he plays for the Saints, right tackle. Trevor Penning, triceps, out Sunday versus San Francisco. He's a tackle for the Saints. Chase Young for the Saints is out for undisclosed reasons. He's not going to be playing today. So that's it for that game. We're going to look now where the public and sharps are for this game. We're going to check that out right now. So that's San Fran and the Saints. We'll check that. So what we see so far in this one, what we are seeing here, the public is still in San Francisco. Even with Brock Purdy out, they still feel that the Niners can get this done. So that's why it's at -3. And the under. So my play on this game, this is not going to be a client play. It's a recommended play. I like the under in this game. And I like San Francisco. So I agree with the public. I think San Fran will find a way to win this game. And I like the under here. Those are my recommended plays. So I agree with the public on that. And we're going to look at, let's see if I see anything for player props that stands out. I think now with Brock Purdy out, you're going to see more involvement with Christian McCaffrey. So I like over 78.5 rushing yards. I think he has a big game. I like that. That one stands out to me. I'm gonna go with that. I like that a lot there. I like McCaffrey for receptions, over 4.5 receptions. I like that one a lot. He's gonna be heavily involved today. So I like that one for the 49ers. I would look at Juwan Jennings over 3.5 receptions. I like that as well. As for the Saints, Chris Olave is a good one, over 4.5 receptions. He's the tight end. I like him there. Alvin Kamara is another good one, over 3.5 receptions. He's always a good one. That's it. Let me see something. Rushing attempts, I like Alvin Kamara. I think the Saints are going to feed him the ball a lot, get him involved a lot. So rushing attempts, I like Alvin Kamara, over 12.5 rushing attempts. I like that. I like Christian McCaffrey, over 18.5 rushing attempts. They'll get him involved. Those are the ones that stand out to me. I like those ones. So that's it for that game. I don't have anything else to add to this. That's it. We're going to go down to the next game here. We're looking at New England and Miami. We're going to take a look at that now. New England, Miami. New England and Miami. This one opened up. Let me see something here. Sorry about that. Hold on. This thing's in the way. So New England and Miami. So let's look at that now. So this will be Miami's home opener. 2.5. And don't forget it, guys. Hit the like and subscribe button for the picks and plays for this game. While we pull this up. So we see it open up here, like we mentioned, 2.5. That's the opening number. Miami, 45.5 the total. It's right now still at 2.5. We saw only one book go to 1.5, but it's mainly 2.5 still. And the total opened at 45. It's went down to 43.5. So we're gonna look into this one here. We will check the injury report for this game. We're gonna check that now. We'll check that. So we're going to check that now, the injury report. That's New England and Miami. Let's see what we have here. So Miami, we have Benito Jones, defensive tackle, ruled out Sunday versus New England with an oblique. Austin Jackson, offensive lineman from Miami, toe injury, out Sunday versus New England. Storm Duck, cornerback, ankle injury, out Sunday versus New England. He plays for Miami, Duck. That's it for this game. Am I seeing anything else? Nothing on the New England. Am I seeing anything on the New England side? Nothing. It's been pretty quiet. And nothing else. That's all standing out. I don't see anything here. So now we're going to check the where the public and sharps are for this game. We'll check that now. Let's take a look at that. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, guys, while we're waiting for the this information. So right now, there's resistance on the side. Resistance on the side for this game. But for the total, There's a lot of under money coming in, pure under money. And I agree with that. I think it goes under. I like the under in this game. I'm going to say under the 43 and a half. I like that one. I agree with the public on that. Divisional matchup. This is a typical divisional matchup. Both teams familiar with each other. So you'll see you're going to see it's a bit of a chess match. Low scoring. I don't see a good getting over this total. So for me, I like the under here. I'm gonna go with that. I agree with what the public's saying, so I like that. Nothing on the side. However, for player props, we're gonna look at the player props in this game. Player props we're gonna look at here. Let's see what stands out. Let's see. I'm going to look at Devon Achani. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Devon Achani. Over 14.5 rushing attempts. You'd figure Miami's going to run the ball a bit here. And time of possession is going to be important. So I like for Devon Achani to get a lot of touches and a lot of attempts running the ball. I like the over there. For New England, I like Travion Henderson. He's a former Ohio State running back. I like him here, rushing attempts, over 8.5 rushing attempts. I like that one. So I like that there. Nothing else that stands out to me for rushing. Receiving. I like Stephon Diggs over 3.5 receptions. That's very doable. I like him in that spot. I like Travion Henderson over 2.5 receptions. I like those two. That's all that's really standing up for me. I don't see anything else standing up for me. Those are the ones that mainly stand out. And like I said, I like the under in this game, under 43.5. That's going to be my play. That's the recommended play that we recommend. So that's it for that game. Nothing much to add there. Next game we're going to look at the Seattle and Pittsburgh game. We're going to take a look at that. Seattle, Pittsburgh. So you can get that here. This one in Pittsburgh. So we'll get to that now. So this one opened up here. So this one here opened up at -2. Pittsburgh -2, total 41.5. This one's dropped to 40.5, and the spread is now at 3. So we're seeing threes across the board, 40.5 across the board as well. Now we're going to look at the injury report, of course, see who's in and out of the lineup for week 2. So this one here, let's see. So Seattle and Pittsburgh, let's see. All right, so we have an injury report here. We have Uchenna Nwosu, linebacker, will be playing today. He had a knee injury, but he's upgraded to play this afternoon in this game. Derek Harmon, defensive tackle, is out for Sunday's game. Is out for Sunday's game with a knee injury, so he's not going to play. That's for Pittsburgh. Okay, we have some more here. We have Nick Amanwari, safety, ankle, out Sunday versus Pittsburgh. Devon Weatherspoon, cornerback, knee, out Sunday versus Pittsburgh. Both play for Seattle. Julian Love for Seattle, safety, ankle, will be playing Sunday at Pittsburgh. He's available. Joey Porter Jr., cornerback, knee injury, out Sunday versus Seattle. That's it. I'm not seeing anything else. That's all. Those are the notables that stand out for this game that are injured. Yeah, that's it. It's nothing else to report here. That's what I'm seeing. So we're going to take a look where the public and sharps are for this game. We'll look here now, see what's happening. Seattle, Pittsburgh. And then we're going to get to the player props for this game. So right now, public all over Pittsburgh, no surprise. And they're on, let's see, a bit of resistance on the total. The total has a bit of resistance, but side is all Pittsburgh money coming in, mainly Pittsburgh money. So that's coming in there. As far as the player props go, I'm actually going to take Pittsburgh in this game. I like the Steelers money line. I would recommend that. That's a recommended play. Nothing on the total. Nothing there at all. I like Aaron Rodgers here over 226.5 passing yards. I like Aaron Rodgers here. He looked sharp against the Jets. He looked sharp, and I think he can duplicate that here at home against Seattle. So I like Aaron Rodgers over 226 passing yards. I like that one a lot. That's a good one. Receiving yards. Let's see what stands out here. Let's see here. Receiving yards. I like DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf over 66.5 receiving yards. I think he has a big game against his former team. And I like that one a lot. I like that. And I liked Metcalf receptions. DK Metcalf receptions over 4.5 receptions for DK Metcalf. Receiving yards over 66.5. So I like the DK Metcalf props that we mentioned. I like those ones a lot. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to find him early and often. I think he'll get him involved in this game. So I like those props for Pittsburgh. That's what stands out to me. On the Seattle side, I like I'm going to look at Rushing attempts, I'm going to say Zach Charbonnet. I think I like Zach Charbonnet over 10.5 rushing attempts. I like that one. That's the one that stands out for me for Seattle. Yeah, I like that one there. That one over 10.5 rushing attempts. Receiving yards on Seattle, I don't see anybody there. That stands out. Receptions for Seattle. Yeah, those are the ones that stand out to me. Those are the ones that I like in this game. I don't see anything else that's worth noting that I like, but those are the props I like for this game. So I like that. Yeah, I like that one there. So next we're gonna go to Chicago and Detroit. We'll go to that one next. Let's see. Chicago and Detroit. And while we're waiting on that, just again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, guys, for more of these free picks and plays. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. So we see Detroit and Chicago. We look here, the opening number for this game was 4.5. 4.5 is the opening number. Total 48.5. It's dropped to 46.5, so it dropped by 2 points. The spread is up 6.5, up by 2 points. So we're going to look at the injury report for this one. We'll check this one out. Take a look at that. We're going to look at this one here. See what stands out. That's Chicago and Detroit. Look at the main ones. Chicago, Detroit. Let's see, any injuries? Chicago, Detroit. Okay, so we have Kirby Joseph. He's a safety with a knee injury. He's questionable to play Sunday at Chicago. We have Trevor Nowaski, linebacker, elbow, out Sunday versus Chicago. Sione Vaki for Detroit, hamstring, will not be playing versus Chicago. So those are the main ones that are standing out for this game. I'm not seeing anything else. Well, we do have, let's see, Kyler Gordon, arm injury, cornerback, out Sunday at Detroit. That's it for this game. Yeah, that's it. So we're going to look at where the public and sharps are for this game. We're going to check this out now. Check. Get an idea what's going on. Then we'll look at the player props. See what's going on in the player props. Chicago, Detroit. So public right now, Oliver Detroit, they're expecting a bounce back game from the Lions at 6.5. And they like the over in this game. They're on the over. So it's mainly some over money coming in. So they like the over and they like Detroit. But for me, I'm going to, in this game, I'm going to give you my recommended play for this game, and we'll go into the player props. I like the over in this game. I think you're going to see I know I understand it's a divisional game. However, you're going to see a lot of offense in this game. Remember, this game's in the Dome in Detroit. It's at Ford Field in Detroit. So you're going to see in these Dome games, you're going to see a lot of offense put up by both teams. So the scoring is going to be pretty high. So that's why I like the over 46.5 in this game. And now for the player props. I don't have a play on the side. I have nothing on the side to give you guys. What I would recommend to you guys, though, a recommendation, I would take Detroit in the first half, minus 3.5. This is Detroit's home opener. This is their home opener, first home opener of the season. I expect them to get off to at least a banging start, a good start. So I would lay the 3.5 with Detroit in the first half. That's one play I would recommend for you guys. That's a recommendation. Lay the points, 3.5 Detroit first half. So that's what I recommend for you guys there. And for the player props we're going to look at now. Passing props. I like Caleb Williams here. I like him here over 2.5 in the passing department. Caleb Williams showed me something on against Minnesota. He looked good against me. He threw the ball pretty well against Minnesota. I know the Bears messed up late and it costed them the game, but he looked sharp against Minnesota, and I expect him to do the same thing here on the road in Detroit. I expect him to go over 215 passing yards. I think he can. I think he should be able to do that. So I like that one a lot. Yeah, I would go with that. Receiving yards or receiving props yards. Let's go with the reliable DJ Moore for the Chicago Bears, over 4.5 receptions. I like this one a lot. He's a very reliable receiver for Caleb Williams. So I like this. I like him here at 4.5 receptions. DJ Moore. I like that one a lot. And I wouldn't rule out Jahmyr Gibbs. He's very good in the backfield, making catches and making plays out of the backfield. So I would take Jahmyr Gibbs receptions over 3.5. That's another good one. So I like that one there. That's the receiving yards. I'm sorry, that's receptions. Receptions. I keep mixing it up all the time. Receptions. So rushing yards now. I'm gonna go with I like both Gibbs and Montgomery. I like Gibbs over 65.5 rushing yards. Montgomery over 47.5 rushing yards. I like both of those props. I would take those. I like both of those. I even like the rushing attempts. Montgomery rushing attempts over 10.5. Jahmyr Gibbs rushing attempts over 13.5. I like both of those. I like both of those to pan out and do well. I like those ones. Those are my props that stand out to me that I like, that I would recommend. So we're gonna leave that game, and we're gonna go to next Dallas and the Giants. We're gonna go to that one. Let's see what we can get here. Dallas and the Giants. So take a look at that now. So this is Dallas's home opener. They're coming off a loss. So are the Giants. So we're gonna look into that now. Take a deep dive into that. Just bear with me for one moment. So this one here, the opening number here for this one is at It opened up at -3. So Dallas -3, total 44.5. And it is gone now to 5.5. And total was 44.5. We're seeing 45s starting to come up across the board. We're starting to see 45s. I'm gonna actually put this to 45 because we're seeing it predominantly at 45 now. So I'm gonna put 45 here. Let me change that. That's what I'm seeing right now. I'm just seeing that now. Yeah, we're gonna take the we're gonna do that. So that's where it stands right now. So we're gonna check the injury report first, see what's going on in that game, and then we will get to the 4 o'clock games after this. This is when then we get to the 4 o'clock games. Right after this. So Dallas and the Giants. I have not a client play, but I have a recommended play for this game. I'm going to give you guys in a moment. So Dallas and the Giants. Let's look here. See the injuries for this one. We'll see if it affects anything. Nothing so far. It's been pretty quiet. No injuries in this game so far. Yeah, it's been pretty quiet. I'm not seeing anything here that stands out. Well, we have here Andrew Thomas, tackle with a foot injury. He's out versus Dallas. He's for the Giants. That's pretty much it. I'm not seeing anything else. See, I don't see anything else here. So for this game here, we're going to look at where the public and sharps are for this game. We'll check that now. See what that is. We'll check that now. So the public is all over Dallas, no surprise. And they're on the over. They like the over in this game. So that's where that's at. For me, in this game, I like Dallas as well. I like Dallas here. But shop around. I would take them at Yeah, I would take them at the 5.5, but some books do have 5. So shop around for the best number. The consensus is 5.5, but see, you still could find some 5s if you look around. But they may be gone pretty soon. But like I said, at 5.5, I'd still take Dallas. I think they win this game. It's a home opener, and I think they come to play here. And I like not only that, but I also would recommend, and I like the over 44.5. I agree with the public on that. I like the over here. That's my place on that. That's what I like there. For player props, let me see something here. Player props. I would take pass completions for Dak Prescott over 21.5. I like that one a lot. He does fairly well against the Giants. He has some good games against the Giants. So I would take Dak Prescott over 21.5 pass completions, especially at home. He's at home, so he should be able to get over this number. I like that a lot there. Receiving yards. Got to go with my guy, George Pickens. I like Pickens over 56.5 receiving yards. I like that. I like Pickens. He showed me a lot in week 1. He showed me a lot in week 1. I like him there. I like I would take I would look at receptions. This one is tricky for receptions. I'm going to say this one's tricky, man. I don't have anything for receptions. I usually have props for receptions. I don't have anything for receptions today in this game. However, I do have a prop for rushing attempts. I like Javonte Williams rushing attempts over 14.5. I like that one a lot. I look for a lot of ball control in this game, time of possession, and Javonte Williams will get a lot of touches so Dallas can win the time of possession. I like that. That makes sense. 14.5 rushing attempts, Javonte Williams. Rushing yards. Miles Sanders. I like Miles Sanders over 15.5 rushing yards. I like that one. He had a bad first game. He didn't look good against Green Bay. I know he turned the ball over, and he didn't look good at all. So yeah, I'm sorry, not against Green Bay. Excuse me, against Philadelphia. Excuse me. Dallas played Philadelphia week 1. Sorry about that. So he, I think he bounces back here for the rushing yards. He gets over 15.5. Dallas is at home. They're going to be running the ball quite a bit, just to win time of possession. So I like Miles Sanders here over 15.5 rushing yards. I like that one there. I would even look at Dak Prescott over 3.5 rushing yards as well. Usually you'll have a few of these a game where he's in the pocket, he tries to get out of the pocket and then runs. Then when he doesn't see any receivers, he's going to run for yards. He does that a few times a game. So I like this prop here at 3.5. I like it. I think this is pretty doable for Dak Prescott to get over this number for rushing yards. I like that. That's it for this game. I don't see anything else that stands out to me. I don't see anything else. That's all for this game. I already gave you my play for the Dallas Giants game. Dallas 5.5. Leave the number. Shop around for the best number, but take Dallas 5.5. Over 45 or 44.5. Still take the over. And now we're going to get to the 4 o'clock games. Jacksonville and Cincinnati. Let's take a look at that. That's the wrong one. Sorry. Not that. We'll get to that next. I actually have a client play for this game. Arizona, Carolina. We'll get to that next. Actually, no. We'll do that. Let's do the Carolina game first. We'll get to that right now. Let's get to the Carolina. Since I took it up, we'll get to the Carolina game. Let's get to that right now. So Carolina and the Giants. We'll get to that now. Carolina and Arizona. Excuse me. We'll get to that right now. Let's get to that one now since we brought it up already. So this one here opened up -5 Arizona, total 46.5. We're now seeing sevens right across the board, and we're seeing it go down to 44.5. So the line's dropped by about 2 points. And we're going to look at the injury report for this game. Let's take a look at it now. Let's see what we can find here. That's Arizona and Carolina. Arizona, Carolina. Arizona, Carolina. Let's see what we have here. Cody Simon, linebacker, concussion, is out for Sunday's game versus Carolina. He's for Arizona. Let's see. So Arizona, Carolina. So this one here. Let's see what else we see here. Patrick Jones II, linebacker, is going to be playing today. They've upgraded him to being available. He had an ankle injury for Carolina. We see, let's see. That's Carolina, Arizona. Let's see anything else. Not seeing anything else here. I don't see anything else here. So Joey Blount, concussion, safety. He's a safety and had a concussion. He's out for the season. That's all I see. I don't see anything else for this game. That's all I see in this game. So we're gonna get to the where the public and sharps are for this game. We'll get to that now. And while we're waiting, just hit the like and subscribe button, guys, for more of the picks and plays for the NFL. So right now, the public is all over Arizona and a bit of resistance on the total. Well, my play for this game, I'll give this to you for free, guys. It's a free pick. I took Arizona -7. I like them here at home opener, first home game of the season. I think they come out with a bang and win this game. I just think that they're going to overmatch Carolina in this game. They got more firepower and they could outdo Carolina in this matchup. So I like Arizona here. Carolina, they don't have much. They just have Bryce Young. He's the only guy. He's the only threat for Carolina. They don't have any major threats that's going to scare Arizona, in my opinion. And Arizona should be able to win this game and walk away with the win. I like him here at the at -7. I like him here. So take Arizona and lay the points with Arizona. Nothing on the total. I'm leaving that alone, but just lay the points with Arizona in this one. For the player props for this game, let's see what we have here. Player props. Player props. Player props. Let's see. I like Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray over 217 passing yards. I like Kyler Murray there. I like him in this spot. So receiving. We like receptions. I just say receptions. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything for receptions that I like. We'll look at receiving yards. I'm going to go with Trey McBride. I like him over 60 and a half receiving yards. And I like Marvin Harrison Jr. over 55 and a half receiving yards. I like those ones. Those ones stand out to me. Yeah, I like those ones. Those are the main ones I like. Rushing props. I would take Chuba Hubbard. Rushing props. Rushing attempts over 14 and a half rushing attempts. You'd figure Bryce Young's going to rely on him quite a bit to feed him the ball and to try to win time of possession. So Chuba Hubbard, we get a lot of touches at 14 and a half rushing attempts. I like that one. Rushing yards, I like Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray rushing yards over 28 and a half rushing yards. Kyler Murray, I like that one a lot there. So those are the ones that stand up for me for the player props. I like those ones. I don't have anything else for this game. That's all I have. Next game we're going to look at here. Kansas City. Yeah, we'll look at the Kansas City and Philadelphia game. We're going to take a look at that now. Kansas City, Philadelphia. This one opened up. This is probably the game, obviously the game of the week. Kansas City and Philadelphia. Open up 1.5. Kansas City. Total 45 and a half. Now it's flipped over to Philadelphia being favored. -1.5. It's currently at 1 right now. So check that one out. And I have a client, not a client play. I have a free play for you that I might make a client play. I'm not sure yet, but I have a recommended play for you guys in this one. Now the total's gone from 45 and a half all the way to 47. It's gone up a bit. So keep that in mind. And we're going to look now at the injury report for this game. We'll take a look at that. Injury report here. Let's see what we have. Philadelphia and Kansas City. Game of the week. Let's see. Philadelphia, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy is out Sunday versus Philadelphia with a shoulder injury. He's out. Let's see. We have Langdon Dickerson back. He had a back issue. Guard. He's a guard with a back issue for Philadelphia, but he is going to be available today to play at Kansas City. Will Shipley, running back for Philadelphia, has an ankle injury, is out for this game at Kansas City. Dallas Goedert, tight end, has a knee injury for Philadelphia. He's going to be out for Sunday at Kansas City. So those are the main ones that we see so far. Don't see anything else. Jalen Royals. So Jalen Royals is out Sunday versus Philadelphia. He's a Kansas City wide receiver. So he'll be out with a knee injury. Let's see what else is here. Let's see. Nothing else to report here. That's it. That's all the injury report for this game. Those are the notables. So we're going to see where the public and sharps are for this game. And I'm going to give you my recommended play. The play that we recommend. While we're waiting for this information, again, hit the like and subscribe button for the line moves and total for this game. For the free picks and plays, for this game. Sorry about that. So we're waiting here. All right, so the public right now, they are all over Philadelphia. They're on the Eagles. They're on the Eagles here. So that's it. I'm looking to see if there's any public play on the total, but I'm not seeing anything so far. I don't see anything here so far. But I have a play to give you guys. I would recommend. Yeah, nothing on the total. It's been pretty quiet. So my recommended play for this game, I like Kansas City in this spot. I like to take teams that are initially favored. So initially Kansas City was favored, then then it went to Philadelphia, public all over Philadelphia. So I'm going to disagree with the public here, and I like the Chiefs. I like Kansas City here. And we're starting to see some over money. So we're seeing over money in this game. Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of over money in this game. So for me, I'm going to take the Chiefs +1. I'm going to take the Chiefs +1. I like them here. Like I said, I like to take teams when they're initially favored, then they turn into a dog. I like backing those kind of teams. I like backing the dog in this situation. So I like Kansas City here. And I like the over. I agree with the public on the over, 46.5. I like the over in this game as well. So that's my play in that game. Player props. And again, another reason why I like the Chiefs, you never bet against Patrick Mahomes, as everybody knows. You don't want to bet against him. That's another reason why I like the Chiefs. I like Kansas City here and the points. So we're going to get to the player props for this game. Player props here. We're going to check. See what stands out. I'm going to look at rushing yards. I like Patrick Mahomes over 23.5 rushing yards. I like that one a lot. That one stands out to me. Jalen Hurts, I like that one over 40.5 rushing yards. I like that one. I wouldn't talk you off of the Saquon Barkley over 87.5 rushing yards. I wouldn't talk you off of that, but I'm going to go with the Jalen Hurts rushing yards, Mahomes rushing yards. I like those ones. And I like I like those two so far. Receiving yards. Let's see. I like Isaiah Pacheco, receiving yards. I like him catching balls out of the backfield. Out of the backfield, he makes things happen. And I like Pacheco here. Receiving yards over 8.5. I like that one. That's pretty doable for Pacheco. He's at home in Kansas City. Rare home dog for the Chiefs. He'll have some involvement involvement in this game. I like Pacheco. Don't see anything else that stands out to me. Let me look one more time. Already went through the rushing props in this game. Yeah, we went through all that already. That's it for this game. I don't have anything else for this game to add. That's it. So I like those plays that I gave. That's the recommended plays. Next, we're going to look at, let's see. We will look at, let's see what we can add here. Let's see. We're going to look for another game. I'm going to look at Tampa Bay and Houston. That's the next one we're going to look at right now. Tampa Bay, Houston. Let's look at that now. So Tampa Bay at Houston. Tampa Bay at Houston here. So let's see. Let's see here. Just break me for a moment, guys. I'm just trying to find that game here on the list. Tampa Bay at Houston. Come on, let's see out here. Oh, that's, you know what? Sorry about that, guys. That's the Monday night game. I jumped ahead. I jumped ahead in this one. I jumped ahead. Sorry about that. I jumped ahead in this game. I'm sorry. We're actually going to cover that game tomorrow. We're going to cover that game tomorrow, so I apologize for that. I jumped way ahead in this. I jumped ahead. Yeah, we're going to cover that tomorrow in the next video. Yeah, I jumped ahead in this one. Let's go back here a little bit. We're going to go back. I did jump ahead. Let me see something. We'll cover, let's see what's here. So I have to do Jacksonville, Cincinnati. Hold on. Yeah, I just messed that one up. And 49. Okay, so we got this. Now we got it here now. So we're going to cover Jacksonville and Cincinnati. So we're going to cover that one now. Jacksonville, Cincinnati. Let's get to that one. So this one opened up 5.5 Cincinnati, total 49.5. This is Cincinnati's home opener. So we have that there. And the line has dropped to 3.5. And the total is now down to 40. It's still 49.5. Still 49.5 across the board. So we're going to look at this game more closely. We'll look at this one. Let's see. We'll take a look at this one here. And while we're waiting, guys, hit the like and subscribe button for these picks and plays. All right, so Cincinnati and Jacksonville. So Cincinnati and Jacksonville here. Cincinnati and Jacksonville. So we have Wyatt Malum, offensive lineman with a knee injury. He is out Sunday for Jacksonville at Cincinnati. We have Montarak Brown, cornerback, ankle injury. Will not play Sunday at Cincinnati. So Jacksonville, let's see. I don't really see anything else here. I don't see anything else. Those are the notables. Yeah, nothing else in this game. That's it. No other injuries for this game. So we're going to look at we will look where the public and sharps are for this game. We'll check now. We will check that out right now. Public and sharps for this game. We'll check that out right now. So the public is all over Jacksonville. Jacksonville money, and they like the over in this game. Actually, there's a bit of resistance on the total. However, they do like Jacksonville in this game. They're getting a lot of Jacksonville money. Yep, a lot of Jacksonville money coming in. And they like the over. So for me in this one, let's see what I can find here. Let's see. Jacksonville. Jacksonville and Cincinnati. I don't think we covered that one. I don't think we covered that game. Yeah, I don't remember that. This is actually the 1 o'clock. I don't think we covered this one. Yeah, we didn't. I think we missed this one here. We didn't cover this one. So that was part of the 1 o'clock. We missed that one. So we're gonna have to go back here. We're gonna cover this one here, and I'm gonna take. I thought I covered it, but we didn't cover it. I'm gonna look at the. Let's see what I can give you guys. Not one of my favorite plays. I don't have anything here, but let me see what for recommendation. I would look at. I would look at. Don't have anything. I don't know how to play on this game at all. I really don't. I don't have any. I don't have nothing on this play. I have nothing for this game. I'm gonna look at the props, player props. I'll look at, but nothing on this game at all. I got nothing here. Let me see player props. Let's see what I can get you guys. Rushing attempts. I would look at Chase Brown. Rushing attempts. I would take over 17.5 rushing attempts for Chase Brown. I like that one. And I look at Chase Brown over 68.5 rushing yards. I would look at that one. Jacksonville's side, I would look at, of course, Travis Etienne over 54.5 rushing yards. I look at that. I like that one a lot. For the receiving, I would look at I would take Noah Fant. I like Noah Fant receiving yards over 2.5 receiving yards. He's very reliable tight end. So I look at Noah Fant, 2.5 receiving yards. I like here. I like T. Higgins. T. Higgins over 5.5 receptions. I like that one. That's a good one. I wouldn't talk you off Jamar Chase over 6.5 receptions. Not one of my favorite ones. I think that one might be a little bit too high, but I wouldn't talk you off of it. But that's not my favorite. My favorite one, like I said, is T. Higgins over 5.5 receptions, and I like Noah Fant over 2.5 receptions. I like those ones. Those ones stand out to me. I don't have anything else. Let me see something. Yeah, that's all I have. I don't have anything else for this game. So Jacksonville, Cincinnati, that's all I have. Nothing else. And now we're going to go to... We'll take a look at the Denver game. Denver and Indianapolis. We're going to take a look at that now. Denver, Indianapolis. So take a look at that. This one is in Indianapolis. All right, so we have that there. All right, so we have it there up on the screen. Denver, Indianapolis. This one opened up 3.5 Denver on the road in Indy. Total 44.5. Totals now dropped. The lines dropped to 2.5. We're seeing that across the board, and the total has dropped to 43. It's 43 even right now. So that's what we're looking at now. We are going to check the injury report for this game. We'll check the injury report for this game here. Take a look at that. And while we're waiting for that, hit the like and subscribe button, guys, for more of these picks and plays. Let's see. So Denver, Indianapolis. Let's see what we have here. So Denver, we have Nate Atkins. Tight end is out Sunday for Denver. He has an ankle injury. Let's see here. Denver, Indianapolis. So we have now here Drew Greenlaw, linebacker, with a quad injury out Sunday at Indianapolis. That's for Denver. Another Denver player, Evan Ingram, tight end, has a calf injury. Will be available to play today at Indianapolis. So Denver's getting some good news there. Not seeing anything else in this one. Nothing else here. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else in this game. That's all we have. Nothing else. So we're going to check with the public and sharps are for this game. That's Denver, Indianapolis. We'll check that now. And again, while we're waiting for that information, hit the like and subscribe button, guys, for more of the these free picks and plays. While we wait. So public, bit of resistance on the side. Yeah, a bit of resistance on the side for Denver, Indianapolis. So a bit of resistance. So nothing there. to report. However, they like the under in this game. Public is all over the under. No client play for this one, guys, but a recommended play. Let's see. A recommended play for this one, I would say the recommended play here, Denver, Indianapolis. I'm going to say I'm going to go with the under. I agree with the public here. I'd say the under as well. And I would look at the under. So there's two plays you can do in this one. There are two plays I can give you guys. First half, under 21.5. One recommended play. Full game, 43 for the under. I would recommend both of those plays. For the side, I don't have anything on the side. I'm leaving that alone. Nothing on the side. So we will check the player props in this game. So let's check the player props here. We like I like Josh Downs over 3.5 receptions. That's a good one. Marvin Mims over 2.5 receptions for Denver. Marvin Mims Jr. I like that one. Yeah, I like those ones there for receiving. For receptions. We like that there. Rushing props. I like Bo Nix over 19.5 rushing yards. I like that for Bo Nix. That one stands out to me there. I would look at Jonathan Taylor over 77.5 rushing yards. I like that one there. Jonathan Taylor. I like that. And I would take Jonathan Taylor for rushing attempts over 18.5 rushing attempts. I like that one there as well. I like that game. I like that one there. Let's see. That's what stands out for me in that game. That's the stuff that stands out for me in that game. Those props I just mentioned to you, and I mentioned the under first half, under full game for this game as well. Now we're finally to get to the Sunday night game. That's Atlanta at Minnesota. We'll get to that one now. Let's see here. Atlanta, Minnesota. That's the last game on the board for the Sunday games. All right, so we'll get to that now. So 3.5. All right, so this one here, we have Minnesota's -5. That's the opening number. Total 45.5. So now the line is dropped to 3.5 in this game for Minnesota. And the total is dropped by a full point to 44.5. So that's where we're at now. We're going to check the injury report in this one. So this one here, we'll check that right now. So this one here, This is Atlanta, Minnesota. So Young Ho Koo out Sunday at Minnesota for personal reasons. He's out. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he missed a field goal, and then they benched him for this game. I think that's what it is. I think it's more than personal. That's what I believe. Don't quote me on that, but this is what I believe. He missed a potential game-winning field goal against Tampa Bay last week, and I believe he's out for this game. That's why they benched him or something for this game. I'm not sure, but like I said, don't quote me on that, but I believe that's why he's out of this lineup. So moving on from that, we're going to check other injuries in this game, most notable injuries. Atlanta, Minnesota. So we have Andrew Van Ginkel, linebacker, out with a knee injury for Minnesota versus Atlanta. Jeffrey Okudah, cornerback, ankle, out Sunday versus Atlanta. That's for Minnesota, on the Minnesota side. So Atlanta, Minnesota. Let's see if there's anything else here. I don't see anything else coming up. Let's see. Well, we have Christian Darrisaw. He's a tackle. He is out Sunday versus Atlanta. He's plays for Minnesota, but he's out with a knee injury. Nothing else to report here. That's it. No other injuries to report in this one. That's it for this game. So we're going to check to see where the public and sharps are for this one. We'll check that now. So the public right now, again, hit the like and subscribe button, guys, for more of these free picks and plays while we wait for this information. And the public right now is on the Atlanta Falcons. They're on the Falcons. Heavy public play on the Falcons. And a bit of resistance on the total, but it's off Atlanta money coming in. But resistance on the total. So nothing on the total there. For me, let's see what I'm going to take in this one. I'm going to look at I'm going to lean to the over. I know there's a bit of resistance with the total, but I'm going to lean to the over because, number one, this is Sunday Night Football. And you know, when it's Sunday Night Football, it's a standalone game for Sunday Night Football. Nationally televised public game. These kind of games, they tend to go to the over. So that's the main reason why I like the over in this game. And that's one of the reasons why I like the over. So give me the over in this one. Atlanta's defense they're not really doing anything special. I mean, Tampa Bay pretty much picked them apart offensively. They picked apart their defense. So I can see Minnesota putting up points against Atlanta, getting their way. So once they start putting up points and getting their way, I can see this thing going over the total. That's why I like the over here. Atlanta will get their share of points as well. But I just think, like I said before, nationally televised game, standalone game, Sunday nighter, prime time, like the over in this one. So I like that. For the side, I don't really have anything for the side here. I just like the over in this one. That's it. Now for player props, we're going to look into that now. Mm. I'm going to look at... I like Penix, Michael Penix Jr. over 20 and a half passing yard, pass completions, over 20 and a half pass completions. Michael Penix Jr. I like what he did last week against Atlanta. He looked efficient and sharp in the loss. He's got the pedigree as a quarterback for Atlanta to have a pretty solid season, and I like him in this spot here, over 20 and a half pass completions. I like that here. I like him in this spot. And for rushing, I'm gonna say Bijan Robinson. I'll go with Bijan Robinson rushing attempts over 15 and a half rushing attempts. I like that one. Penix and company will utilize Bijan Robinson for rush attempts. Like I said, just to try to win time of possession, control the clock. So I expect a lot of Bijan Robinson rushing attempts in the backfield. I wouldn't talk you off of I'm seeing what else I can see here. That's what stands out to me so far. Rushing yards, take Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones over 39 and a half rushing yards. I like that one there. That's another solid one. Aaron Jones. I like that one. That's a good one. Those are the ones that stand out to me. That stands out to me in this game. I like those ones. That's what stands out to me. So those are my plays. We've now come to the end of the show for the NFL. Tomorrow we're going to cover the Tampa Bay Houston game and the San Diego Raiders game, LA Raiders game. So we'll have a video on that for tomorrow. But we're pretty much done here for all the picks and plays for the Sunday NFL card. It was a long card, a lot of games to go through, but we went through it. We got it done. And again, go below to the description below, and you'll see sportsmemo.com. Go to Abby Sportspicks if you want the rest of the client play. I guess by the time you guys see this video, I guess everything's going to start, so you won't be able to catch some of the client plays that I have. But I did give a few of them out for free. I gave a few of them out. I'll be adding more as well, but I gave a few of them out already that I'm going to be adding as a client play. We give you Arizona 6.5. We give you the Rams 5.5. I like Baltimore in the first half 6.5. That's another one. First half 6.5. I'm actually going to add that. I'll add that when the video's done. When we're done, when I'm off here, I'm going to add that one. That'll be another client play I'm going to add. And that's it. That's all. That's all we have. So again, whether you fit or follow my picks, it's up to you. Again, I just look at the plays, make my assessments, and make the picks that I like. So I still hope you have a profitable and winning Sunday. Again, let's cash some tickets, hit some winners. And then tomorrow we're going to dive into the Monday Night Football games. I'll have a video on that. We'll dive into those games Until then, good luck. Stay true to yourself. Stay blessed. Stay humble. Believe in yourself. Let's have a big Sunday. Peace and out. Take care.